Hello, 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 welcome to Firearms of America, and in this week of Columbia, we have another Columbia boots to review. And this is probably one of my favorite Columbia boots so far. Columbia Crestwood waterproof hiking boot. Alright, let's get into it. So, let me tell you guys, if you don't have time to watch the whole 10 minutes of the review, I am very impressed with this boot. I really like it. It is very light, very comfortable. The bottom sole is very flexible. It is only $79 currently on Amazon. So definitely do recommend. If you are looking at it, great stuff. True to the size as well. If you do have time to watch the whole review, let's get into it. As some of you already know, this review is specifically for my ultimate survival boots section. And here we don't concentrate on things like, oh, these boots look cute. No, we concentrate on, do these boots serve a good survival purpose? If this was really your last boot that you put on in some dangerous situation, you had to run out of your house, you had to walk, you had to run, you had to fight, climb, do whatever to survive. Would this be a good last pair of boots to put on? Yes, we are getting serious here. How do we do the review? Well, we judge based on 8 different criteria. Criteria number 1, probably the most important too, the comfort level. Alright, so the comfort level of these boots, like I said, I am very happy about it. They are very comfortable. To test the comfort, what I do is I do a 3-mile run and then a 5-mile walk without taking the boots off, without stopping or anything like that. The total wear time is about 7 to 8 hours without taking them off. And like I said, I was really impressed with the comfort. They are very nice. Now, a few factors that contribute to the comfort level. Obviously, the bottom sole being flexible makes it very easy to run properly too, you know, not putting the stress on the ankles and on your knees. Now, another thing is the weight, and let's take a look by a recommendation of one of my viewers who is a genius. Yeah, 15.8. 15.8 ounce is pretty impressive, especially for all the protection, which we're going to talk a little bit later, that these boots do provide. Of course, the inner sole definitely had some impact for, you know, the positive impact on the comfort level. It's nothing special. It's just a regular inner sole from Columbia. If you take it out, you can actually see that it's a really basic inner sole. It does have a shape to it, which I kind of do like. I'm not a big fan of just flat inner soles without anything. But other than that, there is really nothing much. There's just a little bit foamy, a little bit jelly. Like I said, not much. If you want to upgrade it, you definitely can, obviously, because it is removable. Another thing that I really like about the comfort of these boots is the fact that they give you that wraparound feeling at the toe. And you don't always get that, unfortunately, in boots. One of the boots that I am a big fan of, Salomon boots, they do have that SensiFit technology that kind of wrap around your whole foot. I do love it, absolutely love it. Maybe it's a preference, but for me, I absolutely love it. But here, you don't get as much of that wraparound feeling, but you do get some, so you don't get a lot of wobble. It really helps whenever you're running, that your foot does not wobble around, your toe is not hitting the front, or anything like that. So, on the comfort level, I can give these boots a very, very solid 9 out of 10. And I honestly think if you do get a good pair of socks, and you do upgrade your inner sole here to make it a little bit more jellier, to take on more impact, you can get these boots all the way up to a 10 in the comfort level, because they are really good. Very light, very comfortable. Okay, let's move on to the criterion number 2, which is proofing and protection. Now, proofing wise, yes, these are waterproof, so yes, very good, definitely a huge plus. All right. Now, whenever it comes to protection, is not much. Is you do get a little bit of toe reinforcement here from the front. I do like it, but I really wish that there was a little bit higher here. So if you do get, you know, caught on a rock or something like that whenever you were hiking, not gonna hurt your toe because this is pretty soft. This material right here, pretty soft. So if something is falling on your foot, you don't get enough protection. Still nice to have this, but a little bit of more of that harder rubber on top would have been nice. Now ankles, not much protection here. I mean, they are sort of padded a little bit, but still not much. I do like the ankle support though. I think the height, the shaft height, I think is just perfect. I really like that aspect of the boot. Now the heel is reinforced with the same hard rubber as is being used here. And then of course your bottom sole, it is pretty hard. It's not one of those bottom soles that has that bendable grooves, easily bendable, you know, that is not hard enough to protect you from, you know, if you step on a sharp rock or something like that. Definitely good in that department. Okay, so down with the protection, proofing. Not much of the protection here, as you know, you can imagine, because these boots are more on the lighter side, but it comes down to preference. Let's talk about the number 3, the quality and the design features. Now quality, I do like Columbia in general. Columbia brand is great. My personal choice that I've made in 2019, yep, it's already 2020, was actually Columbia boots that I used for a lot of hiking already. And Newton Ridge, yep, that's the ones that I choose. Honestly, if I tried these before those, I would have went with these ones. Crestwood, yep, I like them better. They are even more comfortable than my Newton Ridge. But what I'm trying to say is whenever it comes to Columbia, their products are always great quality. And you can check the Amazon, the link is in the description below. There's almost 130 reviews currently, and it's 4 stars. So pretty good rating. Honestly, I expected it closer to 5 stars rating because these are just really good boots. But whenever it comes to the design features, a few things that I wanted to point out is the lacing system. Really nothing special. There are no hooks, there is no metal hardware. They're just using this fabric here to hold the strings in place, which kind of contributes to the lightweight. But you do get closed ring here, a metal one, yep, on the top, where you get most of the tension, which is good. Very smart. And then you do have the open hook on the very top, again metal one. And again, I think it's very good that they implemented the open hook at the top. Personally, I do like them. They're very helpful whenever it comes to hiking, because with these open hooks, it's much easier to loosen the tension if you need to. You know, if you're going up or down the hill and you need to loosen the tension just a little bit, these top open hooks, they kind of allow for a quick tension release if you need to do that. Okay, so down with the design features, down with the quality. Let's talk about the outsole, the traction and stability. Now, the way I test the outsole, during my walk, during my run, I go through different terrains that I have around my house. I have a brand new tarmac that was just put probably like a month or 2 months ago, probably even less. And I have older asphalt, I have a rocky road, I have grass, I have trail surfaces, and I do have a lot of sand. I have a lake, so I have wet sand, dry sand, and of course I tested them on the flat surfaces as well, like tile and marble. These boots perform excellent everywhere. I think it's a really good balance between the aggression and the flatness. So they perform very well on all of the surfaces. I did not have problems, you know, with the traction, with the stability on any of the surfaces that I tried them on. Now, the only surface that I cannot try them on is ice and snow, so I cannot comment on that because I live in Florida. So, if you guys do have experience with these boots in the ice and the snow, please do let everybody know in the comments below how they perform, because it will be very helpful. Okay, so done with the outsole, traction and stability, let's move on to the criteria number 5, which is the temperature. Now, whenever I was testing these boots, it was hot because I live in Florida. Running in these boots, you would think, because they do have, you know, a lot of fabric and the shaft is, you know, is a mid-sized boot, you would overheat. But no, actually with these boots, they are, while they're waterproof and do offer some protection, they are actually very breathable. So definitely good whenever it comes to temperature. Again, I wasn't able to test them in the cold temperatures just yet because I live in Florida. I will have a chance to test them though in the cold temperature, so I will let you know in the comments below when I do. But if you do have already experience with cold temperatures, again, let everybody know in the comments below. It will be very, very helpful. Honestly, I think you can get away with some colder temperatures with these boots, especially if you get some nice insulated socks. It will be pretty good. Okay, so done with the temperature. Let's move on to the criterion number 6 very quickly. It's the sizing. Like I said, they are true to the size. Now, whenever it comes to hiking boots, and honestly, boots in general, I always recommend my viewers, my friends, to get half a size bigger than your normal shoe size. So, for example, my normal shoe size, I wear my shoes, my sneakers in 9.5, all of them. But my boots I always get in size 10. They're not too big, but they give you a little bit of that extra space that is very helpful in hiking, especially whenever you're going down the hill. Your toe is not banging on the front of the toe box, and it really helps, saves you from a lot of fatigue. Just a recommendation that I got from one of my more experienced hiking friends. Anyway, done with the sizing. Let's move on to the criterion number 7, the balance of application. Probably one of the more important ones here and applies specifically to survival situations. Basically, if this really was your last boot that you put on and you walked out of your house, ran out of your house, and you had to run or you had to walk for a very long time without taking the boots off because you just don't have that opportunity to relax, you have to climb in these boots, you have to fight in these boots, you have to do all of these things that the survival situation might require you to do. And going, of course, through different terrains, going through fields, going through mountains, all of these different kinds of terrains. Would this be a good boot? I think this is a pretty damn good option. I'm really, really a big fan of this boot. I don't know. They're just my type of boots. Honestly, whenever I got them and I saw them, I really wasn't impressed in any way. But whenever I put them on, I was like, wow, I definitely need to get myself a pair of these boots because they are just great. They are lightweight. They perform well on a variety of different surfaces. They're waterproof. They offer decent amount of protection. Now, whenever it comes to protection, it really comes down to personal preference because I know people who prefer more protection, right? Steel reinforced toe, and then ankle protection with the pads, and then obviously heel protection, all that sort of stuff with a thicker bottom sole. Of course, with all of that protection comes extra weight, and of course, with that extra weight, you have a restriction in your movement, right? Less mobility. So are you the type of person who prefers to be heavier, slower, but have more protection on your feet? Or are you the type of person like me that prefers to be mobile, quick, fast on your feet and not as much protection, but be able to just run away quickly or do some Jackie Chan fighting, I don't know, whatever. You get the point. It's all the personal preference. These are more of less protection, but lighter feet, much easier to, maneuver and do all of these things. So overall, on the balance of application, I can give these boots a very solid 8 out of 10. I think they are great. I think just pretty much in every way. Like I said, I will definitely get myself a pair of those boots sometime soon for my hiking that I do whenever I need to update my other Columbia boots. And the very last criterion here in this review, which you're gonna like this one as well, it's a price. The price is currently $79. $79 on Amazon, and like I said, the link is in the description below. Now, depending on the size and depending on the color, the price might be a little bit different. I've seen them go cheaper, so keep your eyes out. If you're looking at these boots, you might be able to even get them cheaper on Amazon. Sometimes they go down. Now, like I said, there are 3 different colors. I didn't say there are 3 colors, but I said that there are other color options. Yes, so currently in the link in the description below, there are 3. There's this one. There's also more bluish, kind of darker color, and then there is another one which is I don't even know how to describe it. It's more grayish, and it kind of does look good. Honestly, I like that one more. If I had to go with a, you know, buying for myself, I would go with that gray one because I like it. So check it out. Like I said, the link is in the description below. So, what do you guys think about this boots? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I always listen to opinions of my viewers. Like I mentioned, this was idea from one of my viewers. Thanks for that. I implemented that, and it's made reviews, I think, much better in a lot of ways whenever you know exactly what the weight of the boot is and what size. Because a lot of times manufacturers, they just, you know, they mention it, oh, it's 20 ounce, but is it 20 ounce per pair, 20 ounce for what size of the boot? Because the bigger the boot, the bigger the size, obviously. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. If you have any requests for reviews, also drop them in the comments below. I put them on my special to-do list, and if I get something available, I get that as a priority. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This was a review for Columbia Crestwood, one of my all-time favorite boots so far on this channel. Yep. And this was Firearms of America. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.